When should a Phase 1 environmental site assessment be done? The short answer: prior to property purchase. If you are considering purchasing real estate, especially commercial or industrial properties, it's advisable to conduct a Phase 1 environmental as part of your due diligence process. It helps you identify potential environmental risks associated with the property before you commit to the transaction. Before property financing, lenders often require a Phase 1 before approving a loan for a commercial property transaction, because the lender doesn't want to get stuck with a worthless property if it turns out to have a bad environmental problem. Before property development, if you plan to develop or redevelop a property, conducting a Phase 1 at the early stages help you understand any environmental problems that may exist. You see, you don't want to get stuck with a worthless property if it turns out to be contaminated. Prior to lease agreements, commercial tenants many times consider a Phase 1 environmental before entering into a lease agreement, especially if they plan to use the property for activities that could involve manufacturing or have some activity with environmental implications, because they want to see if the property was contaminated before they moved in. Who knows? When they move out, the landlord may try to blame them for an environmental problem that was there before they occupied the place. When property history is uncertain, when there is uncertainty about the property's historical uses, it's a good practice to conduct a Phase 1 to assess potential environmental risks. Sometimes the property is so old no one knows what it was used for in the past, and it's not on any historic insurance maps. The name of the game is, don't get stuck with an environmental problem you didn't create. Government purchases. Municipalities require Phase 1s for properties they plan to buy to minimize environmental liability. So, when should you conduct a Phase 1? You should conduct a Phase 1 early in any commercial property transaction.